Hey, it's Armada here. Big stuff happening soon, hopefully. Zombie's been working on a new patch, version 0.80. Originally, they were going to be releasing a version 0.730. That was going to be mostly bug fixes, but I guess they decided to clump up 0.730 with 0.80, and 0.80 is essentially a new content update, and that should be coming hopefully by next week. I'm guessing we're going to be getting a new map because the way that the pre-WE is working out their content schedule is they usually have a new map every month. And I'm guessing that's going to be Siege Mode and the map Nukin. And the reason I say that is because Nukin's already in the game files. It's been in the game files for like a month, so I mean, it just makes sense that they would put that in the game since it's already in the game files. And Siege Mode is essentially Payload in TF2, or a better comparison would be if you played Alliance of Valiant Arms, the Escort Mode. And what you do is you basically have a huge spider tank, and you have to escort it from point A to point B, and there's actually someone who can pilot the spider tank from point A to point B, and they can actually shoot guns. It's basically a gigantic hard suit you have to escort, and there's a bunch of checkpoints that you have to hack from from point A to point B. Like there's like 4 or 5 walls you can hack, so people can like set up defenses there and stop you and stuff like that. It just sounds really cool and really fun, so I'm looking forward to that, definitely. And for sure, if we're not getting that, we're getting a new map. I mean, there's no way around that. Bug fixes, like I said, are coming out. One thing that comes to mind is a skiing glitch, and I don't know if you guys have, some of you have probably seen this before. It's like if you jump around a lot, you start like skiing, and your registry just goes out the window. You can't, if you shoot people, you won't deal damage. And the way to counter that is you have to jump again to cancel it out. But yeah, it's really annoying. And like hopefully it's been in beta, it's been in the game since beta, so hopefully they finally found a way to fix that. But that's like the only real glaring bug I really have a lot of trouble with most of the time. Party system is supposedly coming out. They said it was going to be coming out in the next patch or two, and that was before they were going to release 0.80 with 0.730. So I'm guessing we might be getting party system this patch, and that'll basically allow people to group up with their friends and join together for one match or whatever they want to do. So that's gonna be cool. Another feature long overdue: clan leader changes, leadership, all that stuff. So rankings, because pretty much the way clan systems are set up right now, you only have a leader, and he can only invite people and kick people, or you can leave your clan yourself. But that's pretty much it. There's no real hierarchy or anything like that. You can dictate who does what. So still waiting on that. Maybe that'll come this patch, hopefully, but we'll see. Another thing that's guaranteed to happen, if not this patch, upcoming, like they already confirmed this was going to be happening, was the burst fire SMG buff. Gun is severely underpowered right now. It's definitely not viable in any situation, to be honest, so I wouldn't recommend using it right now. But hopefully they get the buffs right this time, because the hard nerf did absolutely nothing when they tried balancing it, to be honest. So I recommend they go ahead and just buff up the damage. Maybe lower the hip spread a little bit, because the hip spread is about 6. I would say lower it to about 5, and I think that'd be reasonable. So lower the hip spread to 5 for default BSMG, and perhaps raise up the damage about 4 or 5 points. I think that'd be a good place to start out with, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's pretty much it from what I think might be happening in this patch. Hopefully Nukin's coming out for sure at the very least, but we'll see. I mean, they've been kind of lackadaisical in content, quite frankly. We did get a new gun last week, and we also got the crowbar, but I mean, we've been kind of just letting it dry here, to be honest. Because pretty much the only content we really get now is just new guns that are usually like Zen to Perm, or just a new map. I mean, like some new armor would be nice, maybe a new helmet, maybe some new parts, like stuff like that. I mean, I know they're trying to hold back, it's all the marketing bullshit and blah blah blah, how to make it profitable and all that stuff, but I just wish there was like a little bit more content in these updates, and hopefully that happens, but we'll see. On another note, I guess you guys probably heard about what's been happening with the whole theater shootings that went by. 12 people died, and just thoughts and prayers out to everyone whose families got affected by that and lost someone. I mean, that's definitely something that you don't want to go through, and it's really heartbreaking. And hopefully, those people make it through that, because I mean that's tough. And I think I heard about someone actually. I think Will Smith tweeted this out, but I guess this guy and his girlfriend and his girlfriend's brother were in the movie, and he just like dived in front of his girlfriend and saved their lives at the cost of his life. So I mean, just a lot of emotional, chaos in the whole thing. But from the whole situation itself, it just seems weird. I mean, hopefully that the asshole is definitely going to be going to prison for life, and deservingly so. But I mean, stuff just doesn't add up. When you're like watching the news, just going through everything. Apparently, it's been planned for about 2 or 3 months. He was dropping out of med school. It was like he was gonna be a brain surgeon or whatever. Dropped out of med school, and he's been getting, ordering all this stuff, like all the armor and all the weapons and all that bullshit that he bought for the past few months. So it's been planned. But I mean, the fact is that he just killed like 12 or 13 people, and then he just, turned himself in and was being cooperative about it. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. They're just a bunch of innocent people you don't even fucking know. I mean, and you just turn yourself in and you're like, oh yeah, I have a bunch of stuff in my house, don't go in there, and a bunch of bombs and whatever. So it's like, I mean, if you put those bombs in there for a purpose, not to, let the cops in your house, you wouldn't, I mean, in the mind of someone who would do that, you wouldn't really tell them, and you wouldn't give yourself up without, fighting, or at least taking your own life, because that's what most people, people who do that kind of bad stuff, they just like usually take their own lives, and don't want to get caught by the police or anything like that. So just some of the stuff, it's just bizarre. But I mean, I just want to like take some time just to talk about that, because I know it's really affecting a lot of people. I mean, it's bad. I mean, I think the last time 12 people died or more was like, I think it was in 2009. I was looking it up, but I mean, props to the police and everyone who, was on that, like, fire. Because, I mean, that thing could have been, I mean, it's still bad that people died, but I mean, really, it could have been a lot more worse than it was. But regardless, thoughts and prayers out to everyone who died and their families who have to suffer because some guy was fucking loony one day and decided to do this shit. I mean, you don't want to go through that, like I said. But, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to like talk about that anymore, just the whole movie shootings and anything like that, feel free to comment. I mean, I definitely want to hear what you guys think about this whole thing. So yeah, thanks.